at least when they don't move, we can
Yeah, as long
they
as
can
you
do
don't
whatever
move,
they want.
it's
Yeah,
okay.
that's the only thing. Yeah,
You can cry.
yeah, exactly. Just to be still with it.
Take a little nap also if you
That's
want,
it.
as long as you don't move.
Okay, so for me, the misconception of tattoo industry or tattoo artist is a lot of people like things like obviously you are doing what you like it and you enjoy what you do, but the amount of hours that you have to put into the table into your life is more like a lifestyle than just a 8 hours job. You know, it's like since you wake up until you go to bed, basically is everything around the tattoo or how to do designs or how to mm, have better content or like how to improve little by little with the studio, for example, how to give a better customer experience. um and most of the people think like you are like um traveling, doing what you like, just drawing,
Yeah.
that the tattoo it takes 8 hours or 6 hours
Yeah,
or
I
one
think
full day is only that time, no?
I
And
think also seems like we have social media people just always tend to glamorize and romanticize it in a certain way. Like, look at this guy, it's just traveling and doing what he likes and everything. But it's pretty much what you said. Like, you are your own boss in this, and at the same time, your own slave. So you're just always taking job to home,
yeah.
and in the end, I just don't know no one who become like a millionaire tattooing. You just do it because you like it and you enjoy it, and you're just pushing it yourself, but you really don't care about the money if you're just in it and you just really love it.
Yeah, I think the money is like a consequence of doing the job good. And when you are your own boss or you are working for yourself or you don't have anybody telling you you have to work from 10 to 6.
Yeah.
So you are taking as much hours as you want. And then if you get to achieve, a good style or a good level, then the money comes later. But if you come tattooing thinking about the money only,
Yeah,
you are
yeah,
not
that's
gonna
a
keep
raw
going.
misconcept for sure.
You're
For
not gonna
sure,
keep going for the hours and the amount of hours that you have to do.
you just rather like get a different job. Nowadays, you might definitely get more money being a plumber than tattooing if you want to start getting money straight away.
And I don't know if you, but I know a few people who's thinking that tattoo is mostly getting crazy money, spending it mostly for alcohol and drugs,
Yeah,
and that's the lifestyle is, yeah.
yeah, it is. It is.
And
It
that
is.
I think that's the misconception. Yeah,
It
it's not even
is.
close to the
It's always
reality.
been related with that, with
No,
like excess and drugs and stuff. But there's a lot like the good ones just got a lot of discipline. They just
absolutely.
like pay lots of hours drawing, painting, developing skills, and
Yeah.
just that trying to improve yourself all the time.
Yeah. I think nowadays there is more people that understand that this is not just art. Obviously, it's art, but it's a service. When a customer is looking for you, they think that you are the best person to do something on their own skin forever. And
Yeah,
that's you have to take it very seriously
yeah,
because
yeah,
they are
definitely.
trusting your skin with your creativity, your ideas, and you have to listen them and put it in the center because they are the ones that are at the end of the day paying you for do something
Yeah.
that you like, but is a
That's
service
also I
of
think they just like get a bit of a misconcept. Like you always think like whoever does a tattoo had to be an artist, and I just consider it as you have a lot of freedom artistically, but it's also a lot as a craft. Yes, when someone shows up in the through the door and want the name of someone in that particular script on their chest, you just can't be like pretty much like creative there. You just have to do it, and they come in through there just for you to do it well, and that's it.
yeah.
So in that way, I think you just a tattoo artist get artist, let's say, just get more closer to whoever like offer a service is rather than
Yeah.
an artist.
Yes. Yes. I think that for to be like for to do whatever you want, like I'm an artist, this is my style, and I always doing this. For to arrive to that level, you have
Yeah.
to
To be
work
years
a lot.
years in that, and then that's what we say about social media. People think like, oh, look, this guy have an awesome style and he travels and definitely just live out of doing his thing, but he's definitely been there like years developing that in order for that to happen. Oh, definitely it is. Like, you think about a minimum price on a tattoo. I think it hadn't changed in about the last what,
Yeah.
8 years, 10 years, close to.
On the full days as well.
Yeah. So the cost of tattooing have been in stock like in the years while the cost of living has been increasing with inflation and everything. So yeah, it's getting harder, and also the fact that it got that massive, it just got into, you have now way more competition. A lot of people just got into tattooing, which I think it have two edges of the thing, because there's a lot of really good and talented people who got into it, and people that maybe just in a couple of years they are just nailing it. So it just kind of get the bar higher. It just pushes yourself to be better all the time. So it's harder, yeah, but I guess we are just all holding in here because we like what we do, and you just want to push it also.
Yeah, I think any small thing can have the impact for the tattoo business. Even like now, fuel protest and it's never perfectly stable. There is up and downs. Yeah, so
Yeah.
we need to be
Yeah,
prepared
definitely.
for many situations,
Definitely.
and you don't know what will happen in the next 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, I think the cost of living is affecting every single business, not only the tattoo industry. Tattoo industry is one of many, you know. But if, like, I think talking as a business owner now and not a tattoo artist, if we are thinking always to give more value to the customers, like better customer service, offering, more tattoo artists with different styles that they can come here. They know that they have person in the reception, on the email or on the phone that always answer their questions, can offer the best um, artist available. We have a bunch of jewelry as well, option, good piercers. So when the customer comes to a studio like this, for example, I think we are giving something to more value than just the price. We don't want to compete by the price
Yeah.
because
Yeah, in the end, you
the
just
price is to get more
feel.
customers. You are competing by price.
I think also
then
like
you are
like
out.
that's what you're saying. Like you have to just put everything besides like whatever style you're doing. You have to just do it well and have reach the client, and as long as they are happy, in the end we are happy too. You know.
Yeah, because obviously, like the industry, like everyone is affected, but customers are going are coming here, are going to other studios, are going to other tattoo artists as well. So why that customers are going to another person and they are not going to you, or are not coming here? It's because because maybe they need something that we don't offer, or maybe because they don't know us because we don't show in social media what we do. We don't sell all the style or designs. They don't know even,
Yeah.
so some people say like, this is my
Yeah.
style. And they like,
Well,
I'm working with you and I don't know even exactly your style.
Yeah.
How a customer is going to know
Yeah, it's
that
true
this
that
is your
also
style if you're not selling yourself.
also aside of the prices and how the economy is, because on tattoo artists it's just you have ups and downs, and where you are getting some money, you always have to save some for when you are just not doing that well. Also now with social media, you just have to be selling yourself all the time, and that's also just another part of work that just got a lot of people stuck because it's a bit of overwhelming, but you just have to do it. Also, you just have to adapt to everything. That's how times goes. Besides the economy or whatever, you just, in order to keep doing it, you have to.
In my opinion, the social media is same important than portfolio. Yeah, we cannot say the portfolio is like less important, because if you want to show the quality
Yeah.
with the portfolio, even the best social media probably won't help you. But what I know from the difference from when I was starting, social media wasn't really important. I didn't even have Instagram when I was starting tattooing, bringing the customer basically through even Facebook, from just people recommendation. Like I think the design books are slightly less important now, but it's always, I think, very good to have it. For example, have something hand-drawn to show the customer that you have some skills. But yeah, social media is getting more and more important on like the different apps you have to do, the different ways you have to show the quality of your tattoos.
Yeah.
And what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's as you said, like it's as important nowadays. It used not to be as important at your skills or your portfolio. That was the main thing. You just walking into a shop, checking someone's book, and say, "Oh, this guy's amazing." But then, yeah, you just get social media, Facebook, Instagram, you TikTok, you call it, and now you just have to show it, because if you don't, just people doesn't come to you. They just don't come to you, and but yeah, so it's this thing that get you kind of frustrated on where to pay more attention to one thing or another. Like okay, I'm just developing a lot of portfolio or skills in drawing or painting, but you also at the same time feel like if you don't show it for people, it just doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So and the end, if you want to sell, and you
And the
probably
same,
need to
like
pay
the age
bills and
targets
stuff.
change. Yeah, for example, when we started 10 years ago, we were tattooing people like in our age. Now we tattooing plenty of people like 10, 15 years old younger, and they looking for like the different experience from social media, different way to show. So, yeah, so
Yeah, I think it's an evolution of life and the industry and everything, because when we start, at least when I start tattooing, like posting in Instagram for the old school tattoo artist, that was like something like, why I have to do photos and post in Instagram in a social network. Yeah, I don't need that. I have customer. I've been tattooing all my life, And for us, it was like the portfolio. Instagram was a portfolio before, and then have been changing, and we felt comfortable doing photos and posted in Instagram that photos, and now you need reels, you need talk in the camera, you need that, and we are a little bit of a comfort zone there. So the new generation, they came already knowing that that's the rules
Yeah.
that you have
That's true. It's true.
to take, and so we have to
It's,
evolve to that.
I do remember a girl some years ago that told me like, why I don't ever see your face on your Instagram?" And I was like, well, because I'm just selling tattoos. I really
Yeah.
never consider my showing my face was something important, but that just gives you that touch of feeling that you're just not just an object, but also a person. And a lot of people just want to know whoever is behind that. The thing is, just don't allow that thing just eat your work, and you just suddenly become something that you just need all the time to be showing your face in order to sell. I don't know. So it's just the thing that you say, like,
Yeah, it's what I always say, doing good tattoos is not enough anymore, People like to see you, connect with you, and think, okay, you're gonna go to this guy because he looks professional, he looks funny,
yeah, something I
and obviously I like the job.
yeah.
But if they don't see you,
Something I really like about like now on the social media and stuff is just not just looking at the result, but also the process. There's now a lot of videos of the process, and I think it's also really important, as important as the final result. Just showing people how it's done, how you just, I don't know, how you pull a line, how you set up your station for working and stuff. It's nice, but sometimes you just don't have the energy or the time just to be recording it, editing it, and just doing all the job that
Now
takes for
social
social
media
media.
is even full of this. So I'm pretty sure in some years, months, we will have to figure out, next the different ways how to,
Yeah,
show the
just have to
tattooing.
invest in something as what we were just talking until now. Just adapt
It will change.
to the time.
AI, the big debate now. I think like iPads, Photoshop, like many other tools is a tool.
Yeah, it's a tool.
All depend how do you use it. For one side, we have the tattoo artists using AI, and for the other part, we have the customers using AI to bring you the design. Wow, and it can be like the customers, for example, when they bring the designs, some designs are impossible to tattoo.
Yeah.
Because
Or they also are using AI to do stuff. That it happened to me. They brought me something made with AI, and I was like, and also just already made as a tattoo.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
even a design. So, and you just could see that just won't
Yeah.
work.
But from another side, I kind of like it. The customer is bringing me his main idea
Yeah.
with the AI. Always, if they are happy to us to give a chance, because we can see what's not working in the skin. We can see, but at least we understand what they want, because they have been trying, uh, changing photos, changing in their design, and when they bring you something, it's something that they spend already few time with their idea. So
Yeah.
for me, it's easier to understand. Okay, you want this, 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 and this, and can I give a twist to make you fit, to make the design fit the forearm or whatever. So for that part, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it all depends the way I think the way you use it. If you use it like ethical way, just like a tool, like something to help you, not
Yeah.
something what you want to create for you. Yeah, because I think we still need to, I think, use ourselves to create what we're doing. But if you know how to use AI, sometimes in the difficult situations, or it might help. Yeah, it's all depends of the attitudes.
So in the end, it's a tool. It's the same as we already said. Machines, thermocopies. Because let's be honest, if now you have a way to sort something way faster than you used to whoever nowadays just trace a stencil by hand. When you have a machine doing it for yourself, you just don't. So in the end, that. Then on another side, I've seen people complaining about, for example, tattoo conventions doing banners with AI. On that side, I think it's a bit of disrespectful on the craft, because you have just a place, you're just organizing a place full of people who are really skilled on that. Why can't you just ask one of them to do a banner for you? So on tattooing doesn't hit that hard, I'll say, because you just have to use your hands to do a tattoo. But what is like graphic design and all those kind of stuff, I think in those scenarios they hit way harder to them.
Before was Photoshop. Everyone was doing the designs in Photoshop, as well, composition, digital designs, and yeah, it helped, but the or can damage depending how you use this.
Yeah.
You are lying to your customers and lying to yourself, because you are telling that design, you did this design yourself.
Yeah.
That's sooner or later.
Yeah. One thing.
Gonna be in a situation that you're gonna thanks to your customer. Hey, can you change?
Yeah. Another thing is
So you can change this. I'm like, wait a second, I go to the toilet. I mean, with the head, with the ice bath. Oh, what are you gonna do? No.
even if you want to, I think, use AI, you need to have some abilities. Like, for example, know about the composition, shading, everything, because we can copy the glitches, you can copy a mistake, some inconsistencies with the design. So it's not like you can just use it without just thinking about that. You still need to know how to use it. It's not that easy like it looks like, definitely.
Yeah. It's just, I think it's a spot of, so again, for transitions, from, as we said, just doing a stencil by hand and then to a thermal copy, um, moving from a coin machine to a pen because it's more convenient, or you just get used to it, or it's just you had to find a spot where it's useful to you, and in the end you just put it in a balance if you want to use it or not. Well, I think just as we said, that you're just been years developing something, and you just don't start like flying. You should just first walk, then run, then fly. So achieving, like, getting into big sessions is always something exciting, because it's nice to see like a full arm or a full back or something huge made by yourself. It's something that always push you into it. And I'm also just in a spot right now, w- like doing mainly traditional, that you always do like lot of patches, and a lot of people in that spot just look the transition to get bigger stuff. That why a lot of people just move to, let's say, Japanese, for example, because you just had to do bigger compositions, and the technique is pretty much the same into moving from traditional to American to Japanese. So, and then also just in traditional, it's nice to get full big pieces, big sessions, full compositions. It's something nice, and that you always enjoy. Like all the times I well, not a lot. I do have little, but the littles I have like on full back pieces and stuff. It's really nice to see, even like with the years, and when you are evolving, and when you started a project just with the lines, and then it's true that it takes a lot of commitment for the other person, for coming, because of course you can't do a back piece in a day. Besides how fast you are, you have to just put in balance, um, like speed and quality at the same time. You had to pay attention to details and stuff, and so they had to be committed to come after a couple of weeks. It's something you just have to just draw or paint or show, because it's hard sometimes, because you might have the skills to do it, but until people don't see that you've done it, they are not gonna ask for it. So yeah, and a lot of pain on your back and your body that you just coming through the years, but in the end, it's just worth it, I'll say.
I think it's a work of two, not just the
Yeah.
tattoo artist. The client as well have to be there. Sometimes they make us the session easy because there's a conversation, they don't move, they
Yeah.
don't, like when there's a lot of pain, or, you know, sometimes it could be a little bit more mm, demanding mentally. But I don't know. When I'm tattooing, it's like I have energy. The problem comes when the tattoo is finished. When the tattoo is done, if I take a seat,
You feeling exhausted,
I feel exhausted. Yes.
I think it's all about the final result. If you're waiting for the final result, it doesn't really care how long it will take, if it will take, longer than you expecting. Of course, you're still thinking about the customer to do not make him suffer. Sometimes you need to reschedule it because it's going too hard, somebody starts to move. But I think there is nothing like I think you don't need like any extra, I don't know, motivation for that.
Yeah, no.
I think that's
No,
was
and
all
at
you
the
need.
same time, if you are telling the customer this is gonna be 2 sessions, and in 2 sessions you don't finish it, I prefer to tell him, hey, come another day, and I give that session for free, that being rushing,
Yeah.
trying to finish the piece because I told him 2 sessions. No,
Yeah.
you just keep working. Sometimes the skin is different, please,
It is.
it's more
A lot of
sensitive,
things in a
or
way.
postures, or Yeah, I don't know, depending of the day, depending the design, it have more details or others.
Yeah.
So I just keep going,
Yeah.
and if I finish, it's okay. If I don't finish,
It's okay
I
too.
can come back another day, and I don't want to charge more.
I think I don't want to judge really because there is like different situations. It's good to expect from the customers to be prepared, not hangover, expecting like amazing skin, but it's all depends of the lifestyle, type of job. Not everyone can be perfect, like for the tattoo session. We're struggling usually, probably lots of time with like the dry skin,
Yeah.
with the people who handle the pain better or less, but I'm trying to do not think about that too much. I think we are professionals, so we have to fit for that, for like every situation we can, yes. And yeah, for me, it's nothing like really to compare with the best or the worst
Yeah.
things the customer can do, because we need to
Well,
accept it. But by the
so
way, yes.
small stuff. I don't know. I, for example, I like when they're getting a tattoo in a spot and they come already shaved, even though it doesn't like it takes you a minute, but you just it's something nice because you realize they came prepared for it. They just come mentalized, and that's just those kind of small things, you know. And I don't know when they're just going and they get you a coffee or stuff like that, or the other way.
Yeah, in general, for me, all the customers, while I'm tattooing, all them are good. You know, sometimes if I have to, if the customer that is changing direction about the design is the design process. I want today, I want this, and next week I want another thing, and that
Yeah.
could be a little bit like.
Yeah, but
I
annoying.
prefer to send with
Sometimes.
just like no emails, no messages. Let's have a consultation. Let's sit here. Uh, Talk to me, trying to understand what's really important for you and in the tattoo, and then do the design in base of that. And then or if the customer another thing that is not really good, and I don't know if it's because they don't know or they don't care, is that they come sometimes like after holidays, sunborn,
Sunburn and stuff.
I was like, man,
No,
stop doing you the skin.
Yeah.
Why you damage the skin that much if I gonna be tattooing, and I didn't know. Okay,
Yeah.
you didn't know.
Sometimes you don't know what's worse if they come in sunburn or just right after getting tattoo getting sunburn, and it's like, oh god, just a lot of work for nothing. Another nice thing. So is tipping. Tipping is nice. Like it's not really necessary, but just makes you think that they really appreciate your work and it's just worth more that your price. So that's something that not because of the money, but because you had that feeling that the money in the end is not as important as you just done. You know, that's really
Just feel
meaningful.
appreciated, yeah, for
Yeah,
the
yeah.
work. Is more about that.
You feel
So,
like validated, appreciated on your skill, on your work, and their choice. I don't know. Another nice thing I like on clients is when it's a long session, I'm not a lot of a chatter, but after a while, you just being sitting there kind of bored, and it's nice to chat with them and just know things about the life and so. Because in the end, you're just not just doing a job on a wall, you know, you're just doing it on someone else. So it's also this kind of thing of it's still like sort of a ritual because you are just a person with another one. It's just not something that someone's paying you for a job and they just don't have to be there in order for you to make it.
Yeah, it depends of the client.
Yeah,
Some of them
yeah.
with headphones.
Yeah, they rather,
So you
and that's
disconnect from the tattoo.
understandable
And
also.
me and others, you see that they are like.
I think at
Yeah,
least when they don't move, we can
Yeah, as long
they
as
can
you
do
don't
whatever
move,
they want.
it's
Yeah,
okay.
that's the only thing. Yeah,
Yeah, you can cry.
yeah,
You can do whatever
exactly.
you want,
Just to
but
be
don't move.
still.
Don't move.
Take a little nap also if you
That's
want,
it.
as long as you don't move.